Hi, Laura here from yourwaytova.com, and one of the most common questions I get about starting a virtual assistant career is how on earth you're supposed to get started when you have no experience or you've never been hired as a VA before. If this describes you, then guess what? You're not alone because every VA has had to get over the obstacle of landing their first job before. So I have a couple of tips for you to help you get started when you've never had a client or a project before so that you can land that all-important first client. Tip number one is to offer a promotional deal. This means you're giving some benefit to the client to sign up with you right now. Now, promotional deals can look like anything. It might be you can turn around the project in an extremely quick period of time. Perhaps it's that you're offering them a 30-minute free strategy session on the phone to talk about the needs of their business. Or perhaps you're offering a certain percentage off for them to take action and hire you today. When you're trying to stand out in a marketplace where there's a lot of VAs, and many of them have experience and you don't, one of the best ways to combat that is to be really mindful of how you present yourself, and giving yourself a little bit of an edge by a promotional deal can help the client think about saying yes to you when they've never had the opportunity to work with you before. So that's a great tip to reinvigorate your business. If you've gotten a little frustrated and you're pitching yourself and you're not landing clients, this is a great way to get back on track. Tip number two, some people simply aren't comfortable with this, and that is okay, but I've seen a lot of VAs do it. They will offer a certain amount of their time for free in exchange for a testimonial. Testimonials are really powerful and visible social proof on your website. If I hire you and I'm the client and we work together for 5 hours and you just blow my mind, there's a really good chance that I'm going to give you a testimonial you can use on your website so people who are checking you out can feel as though your work has been validated and that someone else has had a positive experience. So I've seen VAs even go as far as giving like a 10-hour monthly package, for free for 1 month in exchange for a testimonial. And then of course, hopefully they're rebooking that client on ongoing contracts. But it doesn't always turn out that way. I have hired VAs before on a trial basis and it doesn't work out. So it's not always a guarantee, but definitely worth trying. The third thing that you can do, when you're first getting started and you don't really know how to land that client, rely on your past experience outside the virtual world. Oftentimes, if you know that you can't compete with other people because they have more experience, because they've booked numerous contracts online, you're not selling yourself enough. You're allowing yourself to get stuck in this mindset of compare and despair. And if you chose instead to think about how you can differentiate yourself from your competitors, you may not have hands-on experience as a virtual assistant. However, there's good chance that you have experience as an administrative assistant or in an office scenario that can easily translate over to the VA world, but you just don't know how to go about doing that just yet, and that's okay. So keep that in the back of your mind that you probably have some experience even in a volunteer capacity where you've organized people, you've done data entry, you've done internet research, you've done customer service. Translate those things on your resume so that the client can see the connection between what you've done offline and what you can do online as well. These are my 3 favorite tips because you've got to find a way to get your foot in the door, and usually after that point of landing your first client, delivering a positive experience to them means that it's so much easier to book future clients. They'll give you a great testimonial. Hopefully they'll hire you long-term and refer you to others, and now you have that all-important social proof for when other people hire you too.